Two brothers are here to give you the cheat codes to inspire you to find your way out of that box, that cube, that ceiling. And they are here to get you out of your grind on the 9 to grind. 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 The 9 to grind.
Welcome back to the 9 to Grind show. I'm Stevie Wonderful.
I'm Max.
And today, what we're going to be talking about is a topic which I think we've both been waiting for and looking forward to. Workplace gossip and antics. Badness. I want to hear all the stories. all the smoke.
All the smoke.
Uncut. No filters.
Unfiltered.
No filters at all.
Come on, my guy.
Listen, bro, this one is going to be interesting, you know. Now, we all have characters within the workplace.
100%.
And we worked in many places.
Yeah.
I've had some funny people that I work with in different ways.
Yeah. But some people it's their humour, other people it's their habits.
Yeah, and some people are not even trying to be funny, but they just make the day go a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something though.
Go on.
Can you tell me about maybe the funniest place you worked, or no, not the funniest place, one of the funniest persons or people you worked with?
100%.
Go on.
I haven't spoke to this person just going on over a year now. But Nikki.
Oh yeah.
You remember Nikki?
I know Nikki.
Like, Nikki.
Shout out to Nikki.
Big up Nikki. Big up Nikki.
She's
Nikki is like personality larger than life.
Yeah.
Nikki worked with me for about 12 years, 12-year period.
She did.
Yeah. She was like my left leg, man.
You always have them people in the workplace that you just like.
But as well as that, in terms of the personality, her personality was second to none. I'll never forget her telling me like one day, yeah, Dan, I had a fight in a pub last night and I hit them with the palm of my hand. I said, you did what? And she's like, yeah, I knocked him out with the palm of my hand. Yes. But Nikki was just spontaneous. She was more mature than myself, but she lived like every day was her last. And not envious, but you look at people like that and go, I love that you're always happy. And you create your own happiness. Do you know what I mean? She was someone that I would just have to look at her. Or she would just have to look at me. And
they made it go quicker at it.
And immediately would laugh. Again, Nikki was on a part of one of my teams with two other guys, Sam and Shah, and as a collective, the jokes that we used to have. I'm telling you, HR, if they were sat there, and I'm talking about the guys would be ripping each other all day, like they couldn't help it. It was, I guess, if there was none of that, something was wrong. Do you know? And don't get me wrong, because people will say, well, that's not a productive work environment. But the reality of it is, you're working with people.
You need people like that.
And especially in the sales sector, because sales is, yes, you've got to be good on the back of the sale to deliver what you've already sold. But more than anything, you got to be a people person.
Yeah, people buy from people.
Correct. So seeing how people mixed and mingled within teams was of utmost importance. And Nikki, I always saw the leader in her that she probably didn't see in herself. But she's most definitely one of the favourite people that I've ever worked with in my entire life.
Nah, that's big. And you know what? I was thinking about, just as you're talking, and there's different types of people that make the day go quicker. Make that work.
No, Nikki was good. She was a top biller. She was amazing, and she was funny.
Yeah, she was funny. I know Nikki personally.
She's funny.
Yeah, shout out to Nikki. You know what? Who I was thinking about it. So I got two different stories. So like obviously I've worked with my boys, so worked with you, I've worked with China, you get what I mean? We just like this is so Mus. So shouts out to Super.
Big up Super Mus. Come on, my guy.
That's
Mus Sadiq. Come on.
Me must go back like hairlines. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Most remembers when I weren't this size. Do you get what I mean? When I was young and fresh. Mus is a real one because I remember there was times when I didn't have my car. My car was off the road because of my circumstances. Mus was like, yeah, bro, I'll pick you up. And he would be at my house. Musy's punch, he'd be at my house and pick me up to go to work. And we worked in a call centre. So we're working in the call centres now. And we've all gone in together. I'm living back abroad straight and whatever. So we've all gone in together, doing all these calls. You know, you got your call times, put down the phone, blah, blah, blah. And make sure. But Mus would be doing like, he's sick at drawing, do you get what I mean? So he'd be doing like caricatures. He made us the privacy guardians because we were selling identity theft cover. So like we all had superpowers and whatever. Mus was the top biller and boom 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 or whatever. But like Mus would be funny and work, and then we'd have the PSP. So when we're on break or we're not on call, we'd be sitting there playing Tekken or Pro Evo, Killzone on the PSP. Mus was the vibes, like one of the realest guys I know. And even to now when we jump online, he's a funny guy. And he looks like the Muslim funds. He's the only way. If you remember Happy Days, he's got a smooth geezer, and he's very different from. I remember the first time I met him. He was like, "Yo, bro, I thought you wanted to beat me up. Like we had beef." And he said it to you get me? Because he's a different kind of guy. But it was so funny. But another person that I worked with, which is like very left field, that was naturally funny. But shouts out to Ray because me and Ray was like Mus had a wicked time.
Is Ray he worked with that extra?
When I worked with recruitment, Ray worked with me. Very similar to you and Nikki. Me and Ray would do everything, lunch breaks. We'd go lunch. She was like me, but female version. Still a real one to this day. But me and Ray worked with this girl, and I don't want to say her name because, she might not want to be like named on the podcast. But she was so prim and proper. She just lived in a completely different world. Like, where she talked like the queen. She was very like stiff and chest up. And you know what we're just down to earth having a laugh. And I remember one time we was in work and somehow we was having a conversation about roadmen. She goes, roadmen? What's a roadman? Do they work on the roads? Like that. And I was like, so we was bantering her a little bit. And somehow we got into a conversation about pum pum.
Okay.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
And for the listeners, if you know what, boom, boom, don't want to go to, I don't want to get us banned or anything like that, but So, somehow, I managed to convince her that pum pum was a tropical fruit, you get what I mean? She goes, so do they eat it? Some people, some people, is that? No, but she was hilarious. And you know those characters in the workplace? They just make the day go so quick. I think, especially like when you're working and you spend so many hours in a workplace, you have to find them people that make the day go quicker and you can just wind up 100%. And have that relationship with.
Otherwise you're just counting down the clock and doing monotonous tasks and you know I always say, especially in the sales industry, there's got to be some flavour behind the personality. You know, if there's no flavour, and I think sometimes that's why we go into certain workplaces because the environment's very bland. You get what I mean? And it's not. We can't just have the salt and pepper. We need the all-purpose. We need a bit of paprika. We have to jerk it up. You get me? And that's what we've done in a lot of places. We've seasoned it up. But what's funny though, I want to ask you about. So obviously we go to work. We do the 9 to 5, 9 to grind. We do what we're doing, and we've got these characters. But what's always been funny is the work nights out. Okay. Yeah. So, all right, I've got a story. God bless her soul, Esther. Yeah, the guys who worked with me in my last role will know of Esther. And it was a Christmas night. Esther, I'd say I was mid-30s, early to mid-30s. Esther's late 50s, probably early 60s. And, you know, she's not a small woman. We've gone out to Revolution de Cuba. And it's our Christmas party night. And, you know, we're all having drinks. Everybody's, you know, everyone's having fun. Me being the gaffer, you know, I'm just making sure
I'm just
making sure everything's being like...
in order.
In order.
You're the wildest one, though, bro.
Yeah, but at this
At this point of the night,
point of the night,
Yeah,
I hadn't even got there.
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, I'm still talking to my business partner, Mrs. S. Shouts out to you. I'm still talking to Mrs. S. As I'm talking to Mrs. S, Esther's just walked over out of nowhere and just dropped it like it's hot on me.
Wow.
I didn't know. Mate, have you ever seen a black man blush? Have you ever seen?
I don't watch man like that, but yeah.
When I say I'm blush.
You still skinny teeth now?
Nah, because I couldn't. Listen, I guarantee the guys at my. When they ever recited this story, they'd be like, Dad, do you remember when Esther did?
Yeah.
Because it was when I say out of nowhere.
Don't you find, yeah, when you do these work nights out, especially the Christmas parties, we all know about the Christmas parties. That's like, you know, when you go on holiday, what happens at the Christmas party stays at the Christmas party, and everyone comes back, and the work nights out. Don't you think everyone's like really prim and proper in their shells and all professional, like during the work days, comes a night out, after 1 or 2 shots, and 1 or 2 vodkas.
Why do you think that? Obviously, it's the liquor. The liquor plays a part.
Yeah, of course.
But it's,
blame it on alcohol.
That's what they want to do. Because really, it's them.
Nah.
It's them.
It's them.
It's them.
Yeah.
It's them. It's
True
them.
colours, that's
Correct. It's them just showing who.
And that's what you tend to find. Like you go to work and you're working with these people and you think you know them. You get what I mean?
don't know.
So then you go out and you're in these environments and then 2-2s. Someone's like trying to stick it on you, saying some outlandish shit.
What?
Calm down, Karen.
Listen,
in HR,
it happens. It happens.
It does. And like I remember, there's been so many experiences and so many times when I've been out, and I'm like, wow, is that the same person?
That is correct.
Because it's like they've been let free.
Yeah.
Let off the leash.
Correct.
Like. No one's ever going to find
Someone's scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
Someone's scary.
Jekyll and Hyde, are we talking to the same person?
Yeah.
Because obviously we work in a recruitment. We worked in a recruitment environment where HR used to be like, almost like full of Karens. People were stiff by the book.
Yeah.
And then they go out on these nights out and you get them and then they're on the dance floor, they'll be twerking and winding up. Oh, I love this out. And then UB40.
Bit of Sean Paul.
Yeah, Sean Paul. Oh, I love it.
Sean Paul.
I love me Idris. And normally we're the only black men in the office.
Denzel's all right.
Yeah, he's just like a bit of Denzel too and that.
Yeah.
And then the stories, but I remember like one of my last places that I worked at. So everyone was out. And what tends to happen in these corporate environments, they book out like a big hotel.
Yeah.
And you have the function rooms, DJs on to about 1, 2, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then I remember, like, we're having drinks at the bar after the event's finished, because it normally finishes about 1 o'clock, but people book rooms to stay in there.
Yeah.
So we're staying in this hotel now. And we're having drinks with all the MDs and directors and whatever. Like, I remember, and I tell this story very clearly, and people that I used to work with. So I'm in the bar, I'm drunk. This woman's just come over to me, some blonde woman. Hi, nice to meet you. She's chatting away. Boom, boom, boom. I'm drunk and I'm thinking, huh? Who's this? I said to one of my other colleagues, I think this woman's trying to chat me up, but I'm not interested. And she's like, that's the owner of the company, that's the director. But I actually said it to her, I was like, you trying to chat me up? But I was liquored then. Yeah. But I remember going back to the room now, and a guy that I worked with, I'm not going to say his name because he still works there. So, going back to the room, we woke up in the morning and, you know, everyone's talking about what's happened the night before at breakfast and that. Who's done what? Did people make it back to their rooms? So, boom.
Who did the walk of shame?
Yeah, who did the walk of shame? People are coming to breakfast in the same clothes and stuff.
Same clothes.
Yeah. So, you know how it is. Anyone that works in that kind of environment, you know how it goes. And one of my colleagues, he was so drunk that he woke up in the middle of the night, not even in the middle of the night, but he woke up, stark naked, and he needed to go to the toilet. And he's opened the door and walked out, basically his hotel room, thinking it was the bathroom.
Oh, he walked out the door to his room thinking...
He walked out the door
into the hallway.
Into the hallway thinking it's the bathroom. He's that drunk. The door's closed behind him. He's got no key card or nothing. Everything's out, do you get what I mean? People that, like, directors are coming, like, walking to their rooms, they caught him, like, literally trying to hide his bits, knocking on doors, trying to get in, to try and get his... Bro, at breakfast. My man came to breakfast. He was so embarrassed.
Yeah, of course.
Because everyone was talking
course,
about it.
of course.
Locked himself out his room, and just those wild stories people do. They come out of their showers
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they
yeah,
are on
yeah.
work nights out.
Yeah.
And you have to look at them on Monday like, oh, and the messages will be going in the team. Some people get sacked.
Yeah.
I know people that have been sacked.
I've seen that.
I've seen people that get sacked
many
from work.
times. I've seen that many times where they can't control the alcohol that they're
Yeah.
consuming, and
Yeah.
it eventually runs them and ends up ruining not just their night,
Yeah.
but actually the impact on them is beyond that. Do
Yeah,
you know
of
what I mean? I don't think I've had anything as wild as that. I have had a situation in Madrid. So I won when I won Consultant of the Year whilst I was working for another recruitment firm earlier in my
Yeah.
career. One of the trips or the prizes was an all-paid trip to Madrid. We've gone out, and I'll never forget, all night I don't eat tapas, so I don't eat.
Yeah.
I don't eat.
I don't get it either, man.
Yeah, I don't eat none of that cured meat. I don't eat olives.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
What did they call it? They call it like a little spread. I forgot. There's a name for it.
I don't know,
Yeah,
but anyway, tapas.
Yeah.
So bear in mind, at this point, I'm probably 20, 21. I'm in Madrid, young black lad around all these C-suite people, regionals, ops directors. I'm around the big wigs. I even stayed at, name of the hotel was Melia by me, and on the top floor was Heidi Klum and Seal. Seal, they were there.
Yeah.
Never forget it. And so were the Olsen twins. They were there for some reason. I don't know why. We're going back to early 2000s.
Way back when.
Yeah. Anyway, eating this tapas, all the plates coming out. I can't eat because of what they're bringing out. It just doesn't appeal to me. The last plate comes out, and the last round of tapas was meat, so it was like steak. It was proper lamb. Everything. So I was happy.
Yeah.
And my director at the time was like, "Oh, Dan's happy. The meat's out." Da, 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 da. What actually happened and transpired from that? One of the other regional directors, for some reason, hadn't spoken to me all trip. Because I refused to eat these 4 waves of tapas before the meet, she decided to try and educate me on the right types of foods to eat and when in Spain. So I was like, okay, I'm not normally in Spain, but yeah. Night carried on. Everything happened. Like, we had a wicked night as a group. We all went back to our rooms. I'm in my room, chilling. Not expecting nothing, not thinking anything.
Yeah.
I hear knock at the door. I go to the door. I open the door. Lo and behold, it's my lady. Nothing needs to be said.
What, did she want a different kind of meat?
She did indeed. She did indeed.
What? Wow.
Now, the next day, right, we've gone down to breakfast.
Did you want sausage for breakfast?
Sorry, but I'm the baby of the group, so I'm the baby. This person's twice my age, a director. But I had Claire. Claire was with us on this trip. Now you know Claire.
Yeah, I know Claire.
Claire's like my big sister.
Yeah.
And Claire calls me Braithwaite.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Shout out to Claire.
So she's like, she could tell. So me and this girl, we've kind of just like avoided each other at breakfast, but the avoidance made people aware that something had happened, and that was probably my first ever experience of workplace antics on a night out from somebody more senior than you when you least expect it.
And that probably still happens every day.
Yeah.
And I've seen something on socials about some young attorney that was working in a big corporate business in America, some law firm.
Oh, he's trying to sue her.
And he was trying to sue a woman because she basically groomed him and blackmailed him. But work nights out can be wild.
They are.
Yeah.
My advice to anyone is obviously try your best.
Don't answer your hotel room.
Yeah, don't answer the door. Don't answer the door. It might feel good and sound good at the time, but long term, I don't think it's beneficial.
I call it kebab and chips.
People look at you differently.
It might feel like a good idea after a drunk night out, but you wake up in the morning regretting it. You get what I mean?
100%, because you still got to go to work and operate and perform to a high level in these places.
And she'd be calling you for unnecessary meetings.
Yeah. Well, what was actually funny is Claire used to tease me about this woman after.
Yeah, of course he did.
Because Claire used to be like, so Dad, you did it. And I'd be like, oh, and I could never escape it. So it was one of those things that, whilst it seems good and sounds good whilst the wine's flowing.
Yeah. Well, what would you say the wildest thing someone said to you whilst you're at work? And we're talking about workplace antics here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the wildest thing someone said to me at work, and I don't even really want to talk about it, but I got you. Someone called me a monkey.
Wow.
Someone called me a monkey.
No.
One day,
Violation.
someone called me a monkey. It was a temp of mine who, he'd done some shifts that week, come into the agency on the Friday to bring his timesheet in. He's brought it in, sat him down at my desk, dealt with him, gave him work for the following week. He wasn't happy with his pay. I think he'd been paid, if I remember correctly, it was 80 something pound that day. He'd only done a small number of hours, 80 something pound, and he wanted more. But what had happened was he was overdrawn. So he'd been paid the £80, but what was in his account was something like 20 or 30.
Yeah.
So he's mad at us. Now, I've had to show him that we've paid him the correct amount of money, and that money's gone into his account. I think he was a little bit tipsy, but as he left the agency...
You don't sound like you got enough money to be spending on that.
Well, those people drink White Lightning. Yeah. As he's leaving the agency, there was like a cove next to my desk. He's got behind the cove, and all I heard from behind the cove was, effing monkey.
Wow.
And I think...
Did you go ape on him? I shouldn't even laugh. It's a serious matter.
I pounced on him. I never hit him. I was about to. My manager at the top, Claire, who I've alluded to, she very much stopped me and was very much like, if you hit him, these are the repercussions. And she said it at the right time. Yeah, man. That, I think, again, that's the wildest thing I've ever heard. Someone...
Sounds like...
Wait there. I've got another one.
Sounds like you're about to go bananas, bro.
Oh, yeah. I've got another one.
I shouldn't even joke with that.
I've got another one. When we were at Futures.
Yeah.
When we were at Futures.
Yeah.
Secret Santa.
Secret Santa. And I've told this story to many people.
Have you?
Yeah, I've said this people.
And someone, I'll tell you not, and the worst thing, he was an Asian man. It was an Asian man who done this. For my Secret Santa gift, he gave me a gollywog.
Man got a gollywog teddy bear.
A gollywog teddy bear.
And you know the violation about it?
And he's from Wolverhampton. He's actually local, but crazy.
He was one of them. He didn't want to be brown.
Yeah. True.
He gave you a gollywog, and I got the Barack Obama book and DVD. What's it? Dreams of Our Fathers. Like at the time, and that's the difference. And you know what I say? And we talk about this workplace environment because you laugh and play too much with people.
Yeah.
So they used to call
this
you
was
Bob.
back when
They used to call you Bob.
07, 08, old 2007, 2008.
Yeah, you remember they used to Bob Rule.
Bob Rule.
We didn't know what Bob Rule was.
Yeah.
And these things can't run in a workplace. Now do you get what I mean?
But it was a drink. It was a
I didn't know what Bob Rule. I had to look it up.
Like a yeast extract type drink,
some
a gravy type drink.
So, that's mad. Do you know what I mean? A man at work, cameraman's laughing, but a man at work calling you Bob Rule, and then they gave you a gollywog
for Secret Santa.
and then they got me a Barack Obama freaking DV and that because I didn't play with it. You remember I used to come in my Barack Obama t-shirt when he came into power, and whatever his slogan was it change? What was his slogan?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, that's wild. Like I've had some of them experiences with people saying some wild stuff to me.
Even as I say it to you now, I'm shocked.
Yeah,
I'm shocked. Like it's
crazy.
crazy that people felt comfortable making those kinds of jokes.
It's true, and times have changed now. So
you know,
but people still think.
You know who you are, Gav. You know who you are.
Yeah, man.
Might as well call your name, innit? You know who you are.
So who would you say? And another question was maybe the best boss you had, and one of the worst. Like you don't need to say any names, but no. I don't want to put you on the spot.
I don't mind saying the name.
You've already shouted out and called out.
I don't mind saying the name. My best boss. I got two. Two bosses. Oh, you see, it's hard. So 100%.
Let's do the worst boss, because that would be easier. You don't have to say any names, but what was bad about him? You want me to go first? What do you think?
My worst boss, I'll tell you, was somebody that managed me 10 to 12 years ago. And they were the worst boss purely because they had lost all sense of reality. They had lost any real drive or ambition to do the job that we were employed to do, but they were steadying the ship and steering the ship, and I couldn't respect them.
Was that little old woman that dragged it?
It was that little old woman that was a dragon.
She weren't even my boss, but I hated her. She was a dragon. Like, she used to come in, why are you doing that?
Yeah, she's the worst. She's the worst.
Yeah.
But admittedly, because I was really good at my job,
I get that.
She wasn't really a dragon to me. She was a dragon to everybody else. But I used to have to manage that, because when she was a dragon to the team would then come to me as the manager and go, this person's being like this. And it was really hard to deal with that individual during those moments. But I know that actually a majority of that was her own loneliness. It was projection. She just come to work and projected.
She was sad.
She was sad. So yeah, she's the worst. The best I've had, I said 2, it's actually 3. So 1, I've got to shout out Claire, because she taught me everything I knew about recruitment. Secondly, Sid. Sid.
Big up Sid.
Sid, you know, Sid's the guy.
Sid got me here.
Yeah, Sid's the guy. And then thirdly, it has to be my most recent boss, who I've just left, who has actually been one of my biggest sponsors. I was under her stewardship. Yeah, I was under her stewardship for the last 6-7 years of my career. And she was really pivotal in me working through COVID, rebuilding my business after COVID, my subsequent awards that I won at the BTAs, and then the one at the Lord Mayor's Awards in 2024. And she's also the reason why I attended Buckingham Palace this week. Yeah. So for me, I'll always have, and I think, a lot of time, space, and respect for that woman.
And I think for me, 100% Sid. Quality. Why,
he taught us.
Yeah, everything. For me, in terms of recruitment, Sid, Lisa, love Lisa.
Chippers?
Nah, not Chippers.
Lisa?
We only work with her. Lisa I worked with most of my recruitment. She took me everywhere, so shout out to Lisa.
Okay.
And yeah, definitely, I think in terms of a worst boss, I had a boss that I can't remember her name, but she came in after Lisa left one of the businesses that I was working in.
Thingy.
And I can't remember her name. I'm not going to shout out. But she was like a little dictator. She just came in. I was the top performer. She goes, it's not all about you, Stevie. I was like, wow, numbers lie. Men lie, women lie, but the numbers lie, but the board don't. Do you get what I mean? Like, it is all about me. And I left. And then they went a bit kind of kaput, but definitely shout out Lisa. But you've got all sorts of characters, office snitches, people that you just got to mind what you're saying in front of people, run back, teachers.
There's a lot of people like that that would throw you under the bus to climb up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a shame, because normally when you speak because somebody's giving you the confidence that you can speak. And all they do is then take that information and use it to keep you where you are, rather than elevate you. And I've always said, and I'll always say to people, you need to find somebody in your business that screams about you when you're not there. So they're always championing you for the next big project,
not preying on your downfall.
Correct.
Exactly.
They're the people that you really want on your side, in your corner. There's not many of them. And I implore everybody that works for a company, find your sponsor, because they are there. They're there. You 100%. Just maybe don't speak to them. But if they knew how ambitious you were, knew what you wanted to achieve, knew what your dreams were, and knew what you were willing to do to get it, they may be your biggest sponsor yet. So, always look for those people in your business.
And on that note, thank you for joining us again. This has been the 9 to Grind show. As I always say, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. What? Man's adding too much seasoning.